that's not a TV. Where's the motion smoothing? Where's the Tubi app? Oh, was the Television Corporation of America unavailable? Get it together, guys. The story of television? Meta much? Oh, 1956, so TV was still basically a cigarette and cream of wheat marketing platform. Wow, we're going way back.
The signature of every century has been its skyline.
I mean, I guess.
The very ancient, the old,
other synonyms?
the medieval, the modern.
Breathe deep and soak it all in.
Imprints of man's never-ending path of progress, silhouetted against the ageless canvas of the sky. Our day, our times, our signature, our skyline.
Blocked by these stupid antennae.
Metal fingers beckoning to the invisible, calling to sound the ear cannot hear, and sight beyond the range of the unaided eye. Our era, the era of television.
This is supposed to be depressing, right?
The dream of television had persisted for centuries. The human eye is a miraculous instrument, perceptive, sensitive, forever tuned to the pulsating wavelengths of light.
Crusty in the morning.
Yet the eye is hemmed in by horizons. It cannot see over a hillside or beyond the haze of distance.
Hey, yeah, eyes
To
suck.
extend the range of human eyesight, man developed marvelously sensitive instruments, binoculars,
Viewmasters, kaleidoscopes, Game Boys, magic eye posters.
giant telescopes to probe the furthest span of space.
Oh, found it. Yep, there it is. Furthest span of space. That was easy.
But always there were barriers, distance. Could man fling pictures to the sky and gather them in at a distant point? It was a provoking challenge. And nowhere did the challenge provoke more unending experiment and research than at RCA. As far back as the 1920s, two men took up this challenge. They shared the irresistible dream of television.
Their names, Statler and Waldorf.
David Sarnoff, chairman of the board of RCA.
Don't look him in the eye.
Dr. Vladimir Zworykin, honorary vice president and technical consultant of RCA.
Don't mention Democrats.
Dr. Zworykin, every now and then I like to put the calendar back.
Oh boy. Is this a bad time?
Remember another important occasion when you came to my office. You were a good salesman, and I was a good dreamer.
Oh, I hate when non-actors
We
host
talked about
SNL.
broadcasting moving images by electronics. And I remember that I asked you what it would cost to develop an all-electronic television system.
Very natural, sir.
Do you
Very
recall
believable.
Your estimate?
Of course I remember. I asked something like $100,000.
I kill moose and squirrel.
Your estimate missed by quite a bit. It cost RCA more than $50 million to create, develop, and introduce
Cut.
America's first all-electronic television system. And since that
You don't
time,
have to do this, sir.
as you know, RCA has spent another $70 million to pioneer and develop
Punky
the
Brewster.
compatible color television system. But how well that money was spent. We succeeded in extending human sight far beyond the horizon.
All the way to Shasta McNasty.
This is wonderful thing about television. The extension of our sight.
Leckerbooks.
You are better acquainted with this progress, General, than anyone because of your participation and leadership.
Don't draw
in
attention
so
to the
many
bong, sir.
Cases of television development. It was nearly 30 years ago when I came to your office with that tube, the first eye of television.
Is this going to be the whole movie?
I well remember it. Nearly 30 years ago.
This guy makes Michael Eisner look like
what
Tom
a great
Hanks.
invention this tube has become. It certainly has fulfilled its destiny.
Well, General, this is the grandfather of the pickup tube. Do you want to see the newest grandchild?
No, but I'd like to
Well,
speak
I'm
to
all for
HR,
grandchildren.
please.
Let's have a look at it.
Well, here it is.
That's a pen from TD Bank.
Well, this certainly looks very interesting. What do you expect this grandchild to do?
I expect it
that's
to
what
die.
I call miniature Vidicon, and I hope eventually it will replace all the existing pickup tubes for all the purposes.
All the
Well,
porpoises.
that's very interesting and certainly very promising, because what we need to do is to reduce the size and the cost of these components so that
This must have been a
television,
brutal day of filming.
color television, both at the transmitting and the receiving end, may be within the reach of everyone. That is my hope.
And I mean it from the bottom.
The turning point came in 1923 when Dr. Zworykin invented the iconoscope.
Never been so happy to
This
hear a
tube,
cheesy
after
narrator.
years of further development, became the image orthicon, the electronic eye of the modern television camera.
It looks at William Frawley all day, so you don't have to.
In 1929, Dr. Zworykin and his associates announced the first successful electronic kinescope,
Your parents put it together.
forerunner of today's television picture tube.
That tube and I go way back. That's how I met the kids in the hall and Urkel and Mega Man.
The circuit was complete. All electronic television was achieved. It worked. How?
No one
The
knows.
lens
The
of the
end.
television camera acts like the iris of the human eye. It gathers in the light rays and focuses them on a mosaic of light-sensitive material that is built into the picture tube.
So it's magic.
The light-sensitive material converts the light into electrical impulses, a reaction varying with the strength of the light.
This is where Soupy Sales comes in.
The optic nerve of the camera picture tube is the electron beam, controlled by electromagnets.
How do they work?
The beam scans the picture, which is on the plate, in rapid sweeping motions from side to side, from top to bottom. When the beam hits the image, it loses varying amounts of electrons and then bounces back to the opposite end of the picture tube, where it is amplified millions of times.
Allowing you to see beyond the horizon to a world of Gusher's fruit snacks and Rocco's modern life.
It is led off to the transmitter in the form of electric current.
Look out, it'll get ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Fun with Shorts and all the shows on this channel are brought to you by Patreon.com and the support of attractive, savvy people like the ones scrolling across your screen right now. Check out the links in the description for all my stuff at Patreon, Etsy, and elsewhere, and I will see you again real soon.